Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome once more to the battle for the Marianas. So we're going to be continuing here in just a moment. It's been getting really spicy lately, and we've definitely seen the level of action, the scale of the action increasing as well. Now, last turn was actually fairly good for us, fairly remarkably quiet, I suppose you could say. We did inflict damage upon the enemy, upon the dreaded foe, but we didn't really receive the same punishment that we did in the turns prior. Alabama obviously being for one of those battleships that was torpedoed. Thankfully that did not happen again. Now, personally, I think there's going to be a clash. I do very much think, actually I've loaded the wrong turn here. I'm going to go ahead and load the replay. That's me jumping the gun there. I've not seen this yet. Yeah, personally, I think there's going to be, I saw the 7-ship force, if it is indeed 7 ships at all. Yeah, this over here, but this is interesting, we are seeing more. We'll see about this. I do feel that he is going to be sending the manners. I feel like... Indeed, I feel as if he's going to try and force it in there. Alright. It's not quite right, is it? They must be reacting there. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why they were in there. I mean, they found a landing barge. It must have been due to their settings, their reaction settings. Very interesting, but we did see the ships out here as well. Right, air night strikes, aircraft landing. We're not seeing any night attacks over here at Pagan. We should actually finish off the defenders over here at Pagan as well this time, which is going to be excellent. Right, we're moving to the day phase. So, the most dangerous phase here has passed, and that being the night. And the day I can definitely respond with aircraft, and I do feel, yeah, air operations AM. I do feel like he's going to be moving in here. I feel like he might attempt to send the heavy surface assets in there. Though he may attempt something different. I've moved the vast majority of our submarines down here. I'm keeping the escort carriers somewhat in reserve, the main body carriers, the fleet carriers are moving into this area here as well. They should be in a good position to cover all eventualities. He may not be as direct as I would have imagined, but we'll see about that. We're just in the morning here. Plenty of time for things yet to happen. Now, I want to point out the fact that even though the destroyers did actually have a surface engagement there, they really shouldn't have done that. But did you notice that the landing barge is actually smoking, which obviously indicates damage? Okay, 9 ships over there to track. Yeah, okay, he's attempted to hit us once again. G4M1s, B6M1s, G4M2s. We do have 7 F6F3 Wildcats, sorry, Hellcats here on station. We will have more Wildcats joining us shortly. They may be coming in quite low, actually. Yeah, defensive fire, quite surprising, but we do have the armor here to actually stand against that. And if these guys are just using the 7.7s, it's no match. Really, it just does not have enough penetration to actually get through the armor. It can cause lucky hits and it can cause degradation to the aircraft's performance, but it can't really knock it out too easily. That's another G4 down. Yeah, swooping on the B6M1s. Very nice. I do wonder if he's actually attempted just to... I don't know. He's probably looking for, like, lucky hits here, really. But since we stepped up the actual combat air patrol, it is going to be significantly harder for him to do that. It's not outright impossible, but it is harder. There we go, only one of the G4M2s survive. Ideally we can pick that off, it would be nice to take them all out. It's just the armament of these guys is ridiculous. I mean, the fact that these guys have the 50 cals, they do have armor piercing, which is just amazing. Yeah, there we go, so 4 B6M1 Jills down, 2 G4M1 Bettys down, 3 G4M2s are down there. Very nice. 862s, ooh, yeah, they're going to be running into 4 F6F, 3 Wildcats. We've got Hellcats. I always say the wrong one, don't I? Yep, one immediately down. These are coming from Saipan. I'd rather take these aircraft out now. Another one down. Very nice, very nice. I do wonder where these ships have gone though. Right, moving to the PM here. He will be up to something. He will be. But if we have a rather uneventful turn, that's not the worst thing. We did see ships heading down here, which is really interesting. And perhaps he is looking towards bombarding one of the islands, trying to take out aircraft, perhaps. Okay. No, to be honest, Brian, well... I don't know what to make of that one, because I did expect something completely different then. I did expect to move in those surface assets against us at Began, but I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we haven't located them. Yep, 306 to 1. And the the knife JNAF is destroyed there. 1,000 casualties. Very nice. 24 destroyed, 44 destroyed, 5 destroyed, 25 destroyed, unit destroyed, and we suffered 16 casualties there. Yeah, terrain plus leaders, disruption. Interesting, so they had leaders plus the leaders minus, and disruption is shock. The shock gives us that oomph that we needed there, really. But the island began is now entirely controlled by US forces, which is very good there. Now, we should have no issues. We should be able to rest our marine forces as well, and really prepare for the next jump there to Saipan, which is going to be coming soon. It's going to be coming soon. We've had quite a few battles in the air, haven't we? We need to find where the combined fleet carriers are and remove them. The good news is, once we have begun truly set up for business, things will become significantly easier. It's not quite how I expected the turn to go there, I'm not going to lie. I definitely did expect something quite different. I expected heavy cruisers or potentially the Yamato. And you guys, if you watched the last episode, you would know that I was very much expecting something like that. Just look at the sheer amount of submarines over here. I do find that interesting. They've since dropped off the map here. Right, so we do see 9 ships there, supposedly 2 light cruisers and I assume the 7 other being destroyers. But we did see destroyers heading down here. I do feel like he's up to something. I do wish I had a better picture of the situation here. And the good news is I will have my additional forces moving in here next turn, which is fantastic news there. You have 101st USN CBs, sorry, no, the 101st USN base force, which is excellent there. So that's going to bring us additional US Marine Corps rifle squads to the actual beaches. But the fact that we do have the 40mm ball force, our engineers, engineer vehicles, radar systems is good. 155 guns there as well, quite nice. Naval support, a lot of naval support there, aviation support, but the naval support is very good there. Yet we'll have tanks in the area as well, amphibious tanks there as well, LVTs, awesome things those are. Which is fantastic. I mean, these guys are all planning for San Francisco, but I could have them made ready for action against Saipan. The amount of planning would see them probably lose a few of them, but if we got a initial beachhead established, it wouldn't be as bad as I imagine. He still has a good number of fighters there. 75 fighters are in the area there. 13 here. Our detection is 9 out of 13. 5 out of 14. I am a little bit concerned about the fact that we don't have eyes on the enemy. I believe I'm going to have these main body carriers. Well, these main carrier forces split in half as well, actually. The reason being so I can actually spread my assets out a little bit more. I think the main threat has been destroyed in the fact that we did destroy the vast majority of the... Well, I would say the Kitabutai's strength. It always feels right in the Kitabutai, but we'll say the combined fleet carriers. But our forces have been victorious over here. We finally do drive off the Japanese. Well, we destroy them. Which is good. It means that we are fully able to rest our men over here now, which is good news. So we're going to have them set to rest. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here then is set them to plan for Saipan. And all forces will plan for Saipan. You can see that they do have some planning, not a huge amount though. but it's better than nothing. But the good news is this is a decent amount of AV. Once they are rested, they should be able to ideally recover this fairly quick sharp. There's a good amount of support here. You can see here support requires 137. Actually saying that supposedly 99, but support required 137. How much support is there here? I don't think it's enough yet. 99. 138. Though this is green, so I do think there is enough support actually. Possibly. Yeah, looking forward to when these guys are ready as well. We do have a lot of aviation support, but we don't have enough, like, really in the way of engineers. But, I mean, we do have 18 engineers here. We do have 8 engineer vehicles as well, which are really quite good. They're worth a fair few squads. It's about, yeah, and that's basically the only engineers that we have here at the actual island at the moment. Now, the runway damage is 29. I may in fact be able to use the runway. I may be able to actually use the airbase now. So if I take a look then, I'm going to go ahead and take a look through the actual manual here. I'm going to try and find the section I looked at last time. Let's see. But it should be potentially alright. The good news is I could move some fighters over here as well then, potentially. We'll see. I mean, having the heavy bombers would be that'd be a game changer. That would be quite good. He's a smart boy. And the fact that he does have his ships out in task forces. The reason why he's done that is obviously, well, they're going to get in the way. But the thing is, I can't really bomb them in the port, because if there's not enough ships in the port, it's you don't really get a good chance of hitting anything. So he's not daft, he knows how to play. But it's fantastic, it is very good to learn against this. So right, base, so 214. Let's take a look then, shall we? 214. Where are we? There we go. Okay. Airfields can suffer 2 types of damage, runway and service, both ranging from 0 to 100%. It is easier to damage small airfields, yada yada. Airfield service damage in combination with availability of aviation support determines the number of aircraft that can be repaired and may limit the number of planes that may be operational, ready/not in reserve. Airfield service damage can also impact the morale of pilots, okay? Runway damage can limit the air operations at a base. A strike mission may only be launched from a base with a runway damage of less than 20. God damn it. Patrol and combat air patrol missions may only be launched from bases with runway damage less than 50. Okay. So, the good news is, we currently have 29. We may by, possibly next turn, have the runways in sufficient orders for us to actually use the heavy bombers. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I'm very much hoping for that. Right, we do have Pennsylvania in here. No, I don't think she can be repaired here. I mean, 30 major damage is quite significant. So we'll have to see what we can do. So let's see what we have here, man. ASW and all the surface assets over there. I think what we have to do now, then... Because I do worry about what he's doing here. I feel... It might be worthwhile moving a few of these submarines around the island again, but I do feel like it is likely he will attempt something here. Something is going to happen. I feel like he might have gone around. Do we have anything in operations report? I don't like it when we have things like this. I don't like not knowing he is. No. Right, I'm looking at float planes and I don't wonder. Airfield. Troll. We do have these Catalinas. They should be operational now from... Again. The good thing is as well with obviously the float planes, I don't think it even matters about the runway because obviously they are seaplanes. It's about the actual state of the ocean really. So we should be able to run these guys around here, which is very nice actually. And the good news about Vanity as well, if we can pick up on where the enemy is, that's all the better. I don't need to bother too much about the distance there. Yeah, they'd be able to reach out towards Papaldwar there, but that's fine. So naval surge. I don't think they need the drop tanks. 16 is plenty. But we'll ideally have them ready. I don't know if they'll be flying the next turn. Well, they won't be flying this turn, potentially, but ideally next turn. Right. So we do have these forces over here now. California. So what I'm going to do here then is replace from the port. Okay. Yeah, so I believe that is due to the fact that they didn't have the... I kind of wish I'd left them now, obviously, to take on that supply. But if I head back into here then, so if we take a look, so load tenders, let's see. Auxiliaries. Load tenders on this list. Why is only one tender being loaded? Okay. I suppose we'll have you switched over. Let's see. I'm just gonna have like 2 destroyer escorts in there just in case. I don't think it really matters considering that they're gonna be docked up, but it's just on the off chance that really. But I need you to load up as soon as possible, really. I mean, they do have a lot of supply that they will take, but it is genuinely worthwhile. I do have a lot more supply over here to begin to unload. And the only issue is obviously the fact that, well, obviously I need to be sure that safety is paramount. Well, safety is assured, really. Yeah, that reaction's too high there. Apparently landing barges over here at Tinian. I don't know. I mean, we don't have that much in the way of intelligence of Guam at the moment. Right, you need to move out. If I had them move at full speed, could they make it in the night? Not entirely, which is a shame. It's not worth it. I was hoping to get them in one day, just so we could actually not worry too much. Okay, but what we're going to do here then is I'm going to split these forces up. I think it's tied to the number of aircraft. Potentially. But we'll go for about 3 CVs each. We do have plenty of destroyers in the area as well, so we're not bad here. CLA. Yeah, I can put some additional destroyers in the area. That one's easy enough done. Go merge. I don't know why they're complaining here, there should be no issues. Are they just out of right, but out of operation points at the moment. Okay. You're fine. Okay. Hmm. Right, normal and low. That's fine. Sorry, change them to low. So what we're going to do here then is we are going to begin to advance towards Saipan. Let's take a look. So it does have some limited detection over us here. I do find it very interesting, but he has dropped off the map there. Now, I'm dealing with the aircraft over here at Pagan. We should be able to actually take care of that. But he's definitely in this area here somewhere. I feel like he's going around. That's what I feel like he is doing. He's a good player, and I've got to expect the worst. I've got to expect something from him. What I'm going to do then is patrolling this area. Now, ideally, if we have any aircraft available to fly in the next turn from Pagan, that would be fantastic. I'm almost tempted. I might give it a go and see if we could have the heavy bombers potentially run like naval patrol. But then again, I don't think they're very good at it anyway. Let's see. So what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to keep these carriers close to Pagan. They're obviously going to operate around here. And their reason for being here then is, truth be told, to ensure security. I'm going to get a little bit further down there, but it's hard to say where they should be. I'm half tempted to have some head over here towards Iwo, but I don't want to have them head out at half strength, really. So we'll have them head down here as well. In fact, what we'll do then is 11391. 11391, yeah, there we go, bang on. 11391. Yep, so they're in two separate task forces. They should ideally be more effective at operating. One 391 as well. Now what I'm going to do with these guys is have them head south. Alright, somewhere around here. Right, there we go, 11295. So they're going to move out in that direction there. These guys are going to be heading south. I have them set up to obviously load their cargo. What I might do here then, let's see. Cargo. Yeah, you can see that there's some very large ones over here that are holding on to a good amount of cargo. We'll see what we can handle here at the actual dock. Might not be able to handle the actual patrol frigate. Still not quite enough. Not far off. Not far. $16,000 tons. They all look to be about a similar class. Ah, right, they're already docked, aren't they? Okay, well, we'll disband them back in there. I think what I'm going to attempt to do here, then, if they're able to do it, then it is worthwhile. Though saying that, we don't know if that's going to be successful. It might end up leading to more losses there, really. Hard to say. In all honesty, we don't have that much to go on. And what I'm going to be doing, though, is, let's see, land base, let's see, patrol aircraft. So I do have some over here at Midway. What I am going to do then is actually get these guys to the front lines. So you're going to be moved over here to New Talk. The reason is I want to make sure we do have more in the way of search. I want to have a better idea what's going on in the area. So right now I feel like we don't have a very good idea. I feel like we have a very limited understanding at the moment. That ain't good. What I'm going to do then... So we do have a Mariner over there. Can I move them to begin? Oh, yes. Very nice. We'll have them over here to begin then. I don't know why I wasn't doing this beforehand. I probably would have been able to manage this. Can't use torpedoes here, but that's fine. What I am going to look towards doing here, then. I'm going to move some Corsairs. Now, I think they should be able to run combat air patrol over the actual base there, which would be very good. At the end of the day, we do need to turn Began into a fully functional base, so having the combat air patrol here is absolutely required. Right, there we go. Okay, so we do have the carriers moving south, we have a logistical efforts moving south, well, assets moving south, which is good news. I unfortunately can't expand the airfield. I wish I could build the airfield up a little bit further. But we could expand the port, but the port, yeah, it's like meh. Right, gonna set these guys to absolutely make sure they get in there. The good news, we do have the AVD, so the Aviation Destroyer, I do believe. Yeah, we'll have additional LSDs, LSVs as well, which are very good. LSTs too, AKAs, APAs, and imagine too. But these guys are awesome. So what I'll be able to do then is actually get all the assets on Pagan loaded up pretty quickly. But actually having that armor available as well would be fantastic. Because then we'll be able to land at Pagan with significantly more forces, which would be very, very nice. At least it gives us a lot more in the way of an armored punch, which is excellent. The enemy has about 298 AFVs over here, which is actually quite interesting. He may potentially have armor on the island, I'm not entirely sure. But, as far as I can tell, once we get about 20 and below runway damage, we should in theory be able to use our heavy bombers to start pounding Pagan. Sorry, yeah, pounding Saipan. Now, what I probably look towards doing then is just hitting the ground forces, really. I mean, being able to drop heavy bombs upon the ground forces would be good. It's not going to bring the battle to an end just by that, but I mean, if we are dropping 5,000 pounds of bombs, it's going to cause damage. It's going to cause disruption. It's going to cause him fatigue. It's going to exacerbate his problems. It's going to make things worse for him, which is very good news. I mean, we could potentially consider hitting Peleliu, which is interesting enough. I could potentially hit the airfield over there. Though saying that, the range for Pagan to Peleliu is 25. They have a range of 21. So not quite. Well, Iwo Jima is within range. We don't have exactly great detection over Iwo Jima. Yeah, so we do lose 2 F4U Corsairs here today. We lose a Helldive and a Commando. But he loses another 11 B6M1s, 5 G4M2s, 3 G4M1s, 2 A6M2 Senbakus, 2 of those. As you can see, he's lost 75 of these guys, 21. Yeah, I mean, he's lost 111 D4Y1s. That's a lot of aircraft. Let's see, sort by totals. Unfortunately, we lost quite a few Avengers, but even then, the Avengers are 28, 27. Not great losses. 18 there for the Helldivers. More Helldivers there. He's lost a good amount of aircraft. A lot of aircraft, really. So what I'm hoping for is that we've neutralized the Combined Fleet Carrier's real air component. I imagine he's probably going to be taking on aircraft from the islands, but that's okay. It will be interesting to see when they pop up. They will pop up sometime soon. Yeah, I can see that 257 lost. Destroyed on a field, yeah, 4 destroyed. 69 to flak. 58 operational losses. I mean, the vast majority of our... Yeah, the largest proportion of our losses have come from operational, which is interesting. We didn't launch that many sorties today, 1,908 versus 725 of the Japanese. So then again, we're still launching more, which is always very good there. We'll take a look at our top pilots. Do we have any aces as of yet? Actually, surprisingly, we do not have any aces as of yet. That is rather surprising. But yeah, Hellcats there. Lots of Hellcats. Wildcats. We do see some Corsairs there every now and then. US Navy and US Marines there. So mostly US, and which I suppose is to be expected. I still do not know exactly how many turns we have left. But taking a look at this, it looks like we can run here till November. 33 days until we have very large reinforcements. And this is it. I'm hoping that we'll be able to take the island without... I mean, it's still a lot of enemy troops there. But the good news is, once we get ourselves established on the island, then we should be able to start to beat back the Japanese. We do have really... Well, we have excellent naval equipment in our divisions. Well, in our forces, really, here. And am I able to form them into divisions at all? No, there's no unit organization, so they won't combine into anything larger, unfortunately. Yes. So what we'll be doing then, as soon as the runway is actually operational, we will be raining down hell upon the defenders of Saipan. I think that has got to be the way we take it. It could be, I don't know, potentially we hit the actual ground forces, potentially we hit the airfield. I don't think there's much in the port. 2 ships in the port, yeah, only 2 ships there in the port. 2 ships over there, 1 ship over there. We do see a good few ships over here at Truck. I imagine he's using Truck to actually shelter those ships, but what I'll be doing then is actually moving down there to attack them in the near future. That's the good thing here. That is the good thing. But what I'm going to do here then, so land base, we do have some at Johnston Island. Only a couple, they can't move here at the moment. We do have these guys out at Pearl Harbor. What I'm going to do then is, let's see, using drop tanks. Currently they're on ASW patrol, which is a waste of their time, really. What I'll do then is have you move out. I'm going to say to Roynema. It is worthwhile having multiple islands, multiple bases running these search patrols. The reason being, well, one island might have poor weather. So that's something that we always have to bear in mind. Right, there we go. So we will have much more effective. Let's see. Yes. Have them go meet them. So indeed, we'll have more effective naval search in the area. The fact that if we are able to launch naval search from Pagan, it really does determine the shape of the battle to come. Because once we actually know where the enemy is, this is when we can actually engage them. Because the thing is, he has a pretty good clue where we are. Due to the fact that he does obviously have these aircraft out here already. He's probably using these auxiliaries. I mean, there's quite a few auxiliaries over here at Guam. Right. 2 ship sites in port. You know what? I feel like this is where the 2 carriers are. I do feel like that's where they've gone. So I do think they have survived the battle. So yeah, what we're going to be doing here then is we are going to establish control of the actual island chain area. So what I want to do here then is make sure there's no enemy threats that could be hitting Pagan. But as soon as we have it relatively clear, what I'm going to do is leave this to the CVEs. And then I'm going to have the actual fleet carriers really head south. Head south, we're going to take care of Valet, and Trek, Peleliu, Babardawab. I mean, this is it. Once we have the heavy bombers over here at Pagan, and once we can really see it, once I can take a look at what we can effectively run over here at Pagan, then things really do become significantly better. And the port's busted, which slows things down considerably, but we can manage with that. Indeed, if we take a look. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Aviation support, support. Yeah. I mean, not only that, we do have aircraft aboard here already. So yeah, these guys. Oh good god, these guys are gonna kick ass. Thunderbolts, the P-47s. The 333rd Fighter Squadron. These guys are monsters. Look at that gun value there, 24. They have 850 cals. See, this is the thing. Even if the enemy has armor 1, these guys with a penetration of 2, they can bust through that armor. This is why Japanese planes equipped with cannon or HMG are effective, or significantly more effective. But yeah, Catalina's over here as well. These will be good. Very good news. The 202. Marianas. Well, Marianas. I would say Marinas. Marianas. Marianas. Yeah, radar. More bombs there. But you look at that. I mean, that's actually a significant amount of bombs there. I believe they might be armor-piercing bombs as well. Potentially. But hell, if we can use them, we'll use them. Yep, more Mariners. I mean, this is it. Once we get them in a position there, we'll be able to run Naval Search, run ASW, basically just really control these guys around this area. And the P-47s are going to be a real shock for him as well. They are very, very effective. Okay, but I think this is where we're going to leave it off for today. There's not a huge amount I can do here at the moment. I'm waiting for things to happen. He could always go for the actual roundabout and attack us over here at Pearl Harbor, but I don't know, I doubt that. I don't know, maybe it could happen, but we'll see. But even if he did, we do have the aircraft over here. Right, they're now complete. Okay, nothing really particularly great there. What I am going to do, though... Yeah, okay. They're having a tough time at the moment. It's that service rate in there, really. Don't have that range. Don't they have that range? They do have that range. Right, so extended is 32, so they are within range. Very tough on them. But I need them to do it. Yep, so what we'll do is we're going to move in the carriers down here to the south. We are going to look towards where that force has gone. It is in the area somewhere, and I'm very eager to find out where it is. But yeah, they're moving south. And this is it. He could move through here, but we do have a lot of submarines here. We do have some service forces here as well. Like, these are also patrols here, which is very good news. I do have these surface forces over here as well. We do obviously have the carriers here as well, so we'll go with that. So I'd like to say a big thank you here, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you guys did enjoy this. It's been a pleasure, and the game does continue. So began +9. Here we go, ladies and gents. What do you guys think? Because I do think that there is going to be some sort of service action. I find it really very... I mean, unless he's moving his assets to other islands, expecting me not to find them, or potentially to look for them, try and hide them, and potentially yes, but we'll see about that. So until next time, thank you very much there for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please do like, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video. It helps the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you would like to support me as a content creator, why not become a patron today? There are prints and many rewards available. Until next time, Tenno Hiker Banzai, and give 'em hell. See you later, guys. Good night for now.